This is Kate from K-Form Yoga. Thanks for coming back to my channel. And today I am going to walk you through a simple, I wouldn't say easy, but a simple hip mobility routine to get your hips to open up, fire up, and feel better. So all you're going to need is a chair, a bench, a coffee table, just something that you can sit down on. We're not going to get on the floor. I'd rather you not use a couch. And the reason is that we're going to be doing like some pushing and pulling, and the couch is going to make you sink. And we want something hard to resist everything into. So that's what you're going to grab. So I'm going to go ahead and sit down on this bench right here. And the way I'm going to have you start is really easy. You're just going to take your right foot. I'm going to mirror you. We're going to get fancy here. On the internet, it's hard to mirror on the internet. You're going to take your right foot over your left knee. If it looks something like this, that's okay. That's okay. You just want to be able to get the ankle over the leg, the opposite leg, in some kind of way. From here, you're going to push your hips back and lean forwards. You're going to feel a stretch through that outer right hip. Now, as we hang out here, we're going to let things open up, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how you can feel this a little bit better. If you've ever done yoga before, which I'm going to guess if you're on my channel, you either have or you're interested. If you've ever done yoga before, there's this thing called pigeon pose that everybody loves, for the most part. Most people love it. And we kind of just like sink into it. We let our spine go, and it's like this luxurious sensation, usually at the end of class, whatever. So what I want you to think about here is not pigeon pose. We don't want a pigeon pose in this position. What I want you to think about is how straight can you get your back, right? So in a pigeon pose, we're not super straight in our back. We're rounded a lot of times, which is fine. It's like totally fine, not a problem. It's just not what we're doing today. So you're gonna think, can I push my butt back, almost like I'm trying to push the chair back and reach my chest forwards without rounding my spine, because the goal of this is your hip. What are we getting if we round our spine? It's called spinal flexion. If you're just getting a rounded spine, we don't care about that. That's not the goal. So can you keep your spine in your neutral position, send your hips back, and let it come from that pelvis rotating forwards, and you should feel it much more in the pose. That's the fun stuff. You're gonna take your hands by your sides. We're gonna do this like push-pull sensation. You're gonna drive this right shin into your left leg. You're gonna push, 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 push for 5, 4. You're gonna feel everything in that hip fire up. 2, 1. Then you're gonna do what I just talked about to stretch. You're gonna pull your chest forwards, send your hips back, no rounded spine. You're not gonna move a lot. It's gonna be like, I'm not moving at all. How is this gonna help me? I promise, just stay to the end. 3, 2, 1, then we're gonna do that again. You're gonna drive your foot into your leg. You're gonna start in this new range of motion if you were able to get any. 4, 3, 2, 1. Then you're finding that pulling feeling. You're pushing the chair behind you. You're pulling your chest forwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then you're doing it again. Push. Push that ankle into your leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then you're pulling your chest forwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you just slowly coming up, stepping the foot down. Should feel pretty good. Then you're gonna do the other side. So you're taking that left leg over your right, and then same thing. So I don't know if you noticed, but this hip is tighter. It is a little bit more up, and that's okay. We're working on opening things, and the great thing about this practice, which is technically not yoga, this is something called functional range conditioning. So go ahead and lean forwards, and I'll just talk with you for a little bit as we stretch. The great thing about functional range conditioning is that there are no prerequisites for doing it. In yoga, if I ask you to come into a pigeon pose and your hip mobility sucks, and it's just gonna feel like you're on your knee, it's gonna feel like you're in your back, it's just not gonna feel good. But with FRC, we work where you are. We work with wherever your hip range of motion is in that moment. So this, like I have a woman that I teach 2 hip replacements. I mean, that's amazing. that this can work with her, and that's so cool. Anyways, I'm gonna geek out on that while you guys stretch. All right, so again, you're trying to push your butt behind you, your chest, you're trying to reach forwards. And then, now here comes the fun part. You're gonna drive this front leg, or this top leg into your right leg. You're gonna feel all the muscles fire for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then you're trying to push your chair back, reach your chest forwards. You're not gonna move a whole bunch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you're gonna drive that foot down into your right leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you're trying to find a little bit more range of motion. Send your butt back, chest forwards. I haven't moved at all. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then one more time, drive down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then find a little bit more range of motion if you can. The great thing about this is it doesn't look like you're doing anything, but it feels like something. 3, 2, 1, and then you're slowly coming out of that. Okay, go ahead and stand up, move around, feel how it feels. It should feel really good. If you want more classes like this, I have a whole online yoga studio. It's got yoga, it's got mobility. I'm also a personal trainer. It's got workout exercises in it. So I'll leave that link in the description below. And if you want to take an FRC class, I'll leave a link for that too. I teach one every Wednesday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's live, it's Zoom, it's wonderful. It's a great group of people. And I'll leave that link right there too. As always, hit that subscribe button if you want more tips and tricks like this. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.